You know what's funny about the make money online world? Everybody acts like they discovered a hidden door that leads straight to financial freedom. But the moment you step inside, you realize it's not a secret room, it's a marketplace. And the only thing being sold there is you, your attention, your hope, your desperation, your impatience, nothing else. Because, let's be honest, if getting rich online was as easy as copying someone's blueprint, every corporate boardroom would look like a co-working space with teenagers holding laptops. There would be no executives, no managers, no analysts. Just one trick that changed my life. Enthusiasts scaling billion-dollar companies between coffee breaks. But that's not how the world works. That's how marketing works. Fake gurus know exactly what you want to hear. They psychoanalyze you. They study your behavior. They track what you click, what you fear, what you envy, what you try to escape from, and then they package everything into a perfectly scripted performance designed to make you feel like wealth is waiting for you just beyond your next payment. They don't build businesses. They build illusions. And illusions have better profit margins than real products. The cars, rented. The penthouses, pay-per-day locations. The screenshots, cropped, staged, or taken from someone else's results. The lifestyle, fabricated to make your current reality feel inadequate. Because the moment you believe your life is lacking, you become the ideal customer. Meanwhile, real businesses, the ones that actually create wealth, operate in a completely different universe. They deal with cash flow pressure, operational inefficiencies, customer retention, employee management, financial audits, supply chain issues, compliance, scaling challenges, and accountability. And here's the part gurus will never highlight. None of these problems can be solved with a 2-hour course or a plug-and-play system. In the real world, money moves because someone builds a machine around value. A system that survives when the founder sleeps. A process that works when humans fail. A structure that scales even when the market shifts. That's why corporations win. Not because they're smart, but because they're systematic. But gurus don't want systems. Systems require patience. Patience doesn't convert. So they replace patience with fantasy. They replace skill with hype. They replace strategy with slogans. They replace truth with theatrics. They show you luxury to activate envy. They show you success to bypass logic. They show you effortless wealth because nobody wants to admit how much work actual wealth demands. And the most ironic part? Most gurus make money online only by teaching you how to make money online. Not by doing the thing they are teaching. Not by mastering the skill themselves, but by monetizing your desire to escape the struggle. There's no shame in wanting a better life. There's shame in exploiting people who want one. If you truly want to escape the noise, here's the uncomfortable corporate level truth. Money follows value. Value follows expertise. Expertise follows consistency. Consistency follows discipline. Discipline follows clarity. And clarity only comes when you stop chasing shortcuts long enough to understand what the game actually is. The internet is not a magic portal. It's a marketplace with brutal competition, intelligent buyers, and unforgiving standards. The people who win are not the loudest. They are the ones who quietly build competence, build processes, build trust, and build products that don't need rented Lamborghinis to prove their worth. So, the next time someone promises that you're one course away from a new life, remember this. If their system truly made them rich, they wouldn't be selling it. They would be scaling it. They would be protecting it. They would be hiring teams to expand it. The very fact that they want to teach it to you should tell you everything. Build something real. Build something valuable. Build something that survives longer than an Instagram story. Because hype fades, illusions collapse. But real wealth earned, not imagined, never disappears.
Okay, we are about to pull back the curtain on the massive $50 billion make money online industry. And what we're going to find? Well, it's a lie. A lie so simple, so obvious, that once you see it, you'll wonder how you ever missed it in the first place. Just think about that. I mean, really let it sink in. That is literally happening at this very moment. Someone, somewhere, just dropped $2,000 on a dream, and now they're trying to launch their, quote-unquote AI agency without a single client, following a guide from a guru who's probably never even run that kind of business. This is the promise, the seductive dream that's being sold 24/7. So what is this fundamental lie? It's a paradox, and it's almost funny when you lay it out. The whole industry is built on teaching people who have no idea how to sell a proven, existing service, how to go out and create and then sell a brand new, totally unproven one. I mean, think about it. If you can't manage to sell something that already has case studies and results, how on earth are you supposed to sell some newfangled service you basically just invented? It makes no sense. So why is this lie so powerful? Why does it work so well? Well, it's because it masterfully exploits 3 psychological traps we're all vulnerable to. First, you've got this skill illusion, this idea that AI just makes everything easy, so you don't need real expertise. Then there's the timing fallacy, that frantic feeling of, oh my God, I gotta get in early or I'll miss out. And my personal favorite, the complexity escape, the beautiful promise that you don't have to learn any hard skills, you can just be the middleman. Okay, so now that we've got the core deception down, let's do what really matters. Let's follow the money. We're going to break down the guru's playbook piece by piece and see exactly how this $50 billion industry cashes in on all those broken promises. Let's start with the classic agency model, the pitch. Oh, it's so glamorous, right? Start an agency with zero experience, scale to 10K a month in 90 days. But the reality? It's a nightmare. You have no idea how to get clients, which, by the way, is the hardest part of any business. You have no way of knowing if the work you're selling is any good. And those freelancers you hire, they're going to give you mediocre results because you don't actually know enough to manage them properly. So, where do the millions come from? Oh, it's a beautifully tuned machine. It all starts with those free value videos to hook you in. Then comes the little tripwire offer, a cheap $47 template or something, just to get your credit card info and pull you into their world. That leads right to the main event, the $2,000 course. And for the big fish, there's the $10,000 mentorship. But here's the real secret, the dirty little secret. The real money, the long-term cash cow, isn't just the courses. It's the affiliate kickbacks they get every single month when you sign up for all the software they recommend. That's the real genius of the scam. 87%. Just let that number sit there for a minute. Based on the data we have, that is the percentage of students who buy these courses and end up losing money. Not breaking even, losing money. That means nearly 9 out of every 10 people are financially worse off after buying the dream. And what's the guru's comeback to that horrifying failure rate? Oh, you already know what it is. You've heard it 1,000 times. They just didn't implement the system correctly. It's the perfect blame-shifting cop-out. It makes the product's failure your fault. But let's get one thing straight. If 87% of your customers fail with your system is the thing that's broken. Period. Okay, we've spent enough time tearing this whole thing down. Let's shift gears and talk about what actually works. It's time to get into the unsexy, maybe even a little boring, but absolutely undeniable truths of how you build a real, sustainable business. Look, these are the ironclad laws of business. They apply to a corner store or a tech startup. First, you have to find a real painful problem for a specific group of people. Second, you have to create value before you ask for money. Solve their problem first, then get paid. Third, and this is a big one, getting the word out, distribution, is always, always harder than actually creating the thing. And finally, the most important rule of all, trust is the only currency that truly matters, and there are no shortcuts to earning it. This brings us to something super important, the skill hierarchy. Think of it like a pyramid. The foundation, tier 1, is the stuff you absolutely cannot skip: sales, communication, basic project management. The next level up, tier 2, is deep expertise in one valuable skill, like SEO or copywriting. Then way up at the top is tier 3. That's AI. AI is a multiplier. It makes you better and faster at the first 2 tiers. It's not a replacement for them. The whole guru scam is selling you the shiny tier 3 toy and telling you to ignore the foundation it's supposed to be built on. So you really have 2 completely different paths you can take. The guru model sells you hope. It sells you potential. You pay a ton of money up front, and then you're basically left on your own to figure it out. A real business, let's call it a service marketplace model, is the exact opposite. You sell actual, tangible results. You're supported by real systems. And you get paid for what you deliver, not for the dream you bought into. So, if we toss out the whole get-rich-quick fantasy, what does a realistic plan look like? Let's walk through a real 90-day blueprint. I'm telling you, it's not glamorous, but it's a path that actually leads somewhere. All right, here we go. For the first 2 weeks, just pick one valuable skill and focus on learning how to do it, not how to sell it. Then, for the next 2 weeks, build a small portfolio. Just create some sample work. In weeks 5 and 6, go out and offer to do it for someone for a super low fee. The goal here is just to get results and a testimonial. It's only then, in that last month, that you really define who you're selling to and start your outreach. See, it's methodical. It's about building a real foundation. And here's what the money looks like in the real world. You are not hitting 10 grand in your first month. It's not going to happen. By month 3, yeah, maybe you're making a couple $1,000. By month 6, that could be up to 7,000. And by year 2, once you have a reputation and systems in place, that's when you can truly start scaling up to $10, $20, even $30,000 a month. This is achievable, but it's hard work, and anyone who promises it to you faster is flat out lying.
So, really, what this all comes down to is a fundamental shift in your mindset. You have to stop thinking, I need to be a CEO or I need to be an agency owner. You have to ditch the fancy titles. The goal should be simple. I need to become truly, undeniably excellent at solving one specific, painful problem for a very specific group of people. It's a shift from chasing an identity to just focusing on your craft.
And that brings us to the final, ultimate test. This is the one question you need to ask yourself before you spend a single dollar or a single minute on any make money online opportunity. Ask yourself this. If I was forbidden from ever selling a course or coaching or any content about how to do this business, would the business itself, just providing the service, still be profitable? If the answer is no, run. You've found a guru scam. But if the answer is yes, then you've probably found a real business. You absolutely can make a great living online. The only question is, are you willing to do it the boring, proven, unsexy way that actually works?